Hi everyone, my name is Sajan. So the T20 World Cup 2026 has started and अभी तक हमने देखा है 6 मैच हुए हैं और उसमें 2-3 games were quite interesting. So I will be discussing all the games one by one. In short, will not take much time. So the first game was between Netherlands and Pakistan. Netherlands had a decent start. I thought वो 175 तक जा सकते हैं, but then they fumbled at the back end of the inning, especially when Scott Edwards, their captain, got out. फिर वहाँ से उनकी team kind of collapsed. Uh, in this whole first inning, a very brave kind of decision by Pakistan's captain was to bring Sam Ayub for 1 over. I think he bowled the 16th or 17th over, I guess. He bowled the 17th over और वहाँ पर उन्होंने 2 विकेट लिए. So that was a very kind of brave decision and it paid off. Pakistan's inning. So before the start of this World Cup, 2-3 of my friends has this opinion that Pakistan is a very strong contender for this World Cup. आई डिसएग्रीड बट शायद उनको ऐसा लगता है कि पाकिस्तान अपने सारे मैच श्रीलंका में खेल रहा है तो उनके पास एडवांटेज है और उनका जो रिसेंट परफॉर्मेंस था ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ वो भी बहुत ही कमाल का था बट आई हैड ऑलवेज डाउटेड पाकिस्तान्स बैटिंग यूनिट collective batting unit. They have not performed at major event consistently. So यही मेरा एक क्वेश्चन मार्क था पाकिस्तान टीम में और उसके ग्लिम्पसेस हमने इस मैच में देखे. आफ्टर फर्स्ट 10 ओवर पाकिस्तान वुड बी थिंकिंग दैट उनको ये मैच 16वां या 17वें ओवर तक मैच ये जीत जाना चाहिए बट ऐसा नहीं हुआ. सो देर वॉज अ ओवर, शायद 12th ओवर था वो पॉल मीकरन का, जहाँ पर उन्होंने एक डबल विकेट मेडन ओवर लिया और वहाँ से पाकिस्तान की जो बैटिंग थी वो एक तरफ से मतलब इतना कंस्ट्रेंट वे में खेल रही थी कि नेक्स्ट 7 ओवर तक वो बाउंड्री नहीं लगा पाए और शायद 10 ओवर में उनको 58 रन चाहिए थे और उनके पास 8 विकेट थी और फिर उनके पास 3 ही विकेट बचे थे और उनको 2 ओवर में 29 रन चाहिए थे. तो दिस वॉलेटाइल काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन और बैटिंग परफॉर्मेंस वही मेरा एक डाउट था और वो इस मैच में दिखा भी हमें. पर अंत भला तो सब भला और पाकिस्तान खुश होगा कि वो मैच जीत के, पर उनके पास बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन मार्क होंगे जो उनको नेक्स्ट मैच से पहले सॉर्ट आउट करने होंगे. इस पूरे मैच में आई वुड लाइक टू नेम एंड अप्रिशिएट द 41 ईयर ओल्ड वेंडर मरवे. उनका जो कमिटमेंट है गेम को लेके और उनका पैशन है वो हमने उसकी एक झलक देखी जो ज़्यादातर लोगों में नहीं दिखती है 41 ईयर्स की एज में. ही टुक अ वेरी वेरी ब्रिलियंट कैच ऑफ साइफ ज़्यादा फरहान आई गेस, जब वो लॉन्ग ऑन से शायद उन्होंने 25 मिनट रन करके स्लाइडिंग एक कैच करा 41 ईयर की एज में. ऐसा करना shows the commitment and passion he has for the game and I will appreciate. So दूसरा गेम वेस्ट इंडीज और स्कॉटलैंड के बीच था और वेस्ट इंडीज का जो स्टार्ट था वो थोड़ा सा स्लो था बट दे मैनेज टू गो टू अ रिस्पेक्टेबल टोटल thanks to the performance of Shimron Hetmyer and some cameos from Powell and Rutherford. Then Scotland innings was not very great. उनके जो 3 विकेट थे वो पावर प्ले के अंदर ही प्लेयर आउट हो गए. उसके बाद टॉम ब्रूस एंड रिची बैरिंगटन डिड अ गुड जॉब. ऐसा लग रहा था शायद वो भी बिलीव कर रहे होंगे कि हम ये मैच जीत सकते हैं क्योंकि शायद 13th ओवर तक या 12th ओवर तक दे नीडेड लेस देन 10 रन एन ओवर और उनके पास 7 विकेट थे. बट फ्रॉम देयर व्हेन 1 विकेट फॉल they just could not uh, rebuild their inning and they just collapsed. And this is one of the problem which is there with these associate nation that जब current situation आता है then they cannot win small moments and that's why they somehow end up on the losing side more often than not. But they did a very fine job and we have the first hat trick of this World Cup. Kudos to Romario Shepherd. He will remember this for a very long time. Moving to the next game, which was the game between India and USA, and it was a very tough game for Indian team, especially the batting unit. They lost like they were down to 77 for 6 and geez, Indian team looked in trouble for like very big part of the game. But thanks to the captain Surya Kumar Yadav, who was out of form, but he has got his form in a very solid way. And this is a very high, appreciable inning from the captain, one of his best, because it came at a very crunch situation. If India had lost his wicket, then 100 was looking very difficult, and God knows if that would have happened. Things were not looking very good for Indian team. Okay, and then the second inning came, and when Indian team came on the field, they did not give Americans any chance to put India on the back foot. So from the very beginning, India kept on taking the wicket. They had some partnership, and they somehow managed to stabilize the inning after the early breakthroughs, and then there was a guy. I think his name is was Shubham Ranjan. Shubham Ranjan. He looked like a solid player. He was hitting the boundaries, in a very comfortable way. And if he had got any support from other end, maybe the things could have been different. But India at the end won the game in a convincing, not the way they wanted, but it was a very decent win. Looking at the way India started the game, it was good enough. The bowling performance, look at the bowling performance from Arshdeep. He took a wicket at the beginning. Mohammad Siraj, he's in the World Cup and he got 3 wickets in the first game. That's remarkable. Looking few days back, we never thought that he's going to be in the T20 team, and now he's there and he took 3 wickets. So again, Mohammad Siraj, very fine job. Varun Chakravarti and Akshar Patel also did their job. At the end, it was a very good performance collectively from the bowlers, and India managed to win the game in a decent way. Played on the 8th February, first game between Afghanistan and New Zealand. Now, Afghanistan team is something which I like very much, especially their bowling unit. I feel has the caliber, but uh, in this match it looked out of touch completely. And I don't know why Noor Ahmed was not playing. I don't know. Maybe their management knows that. So Afghanistan posted 182 for 6 thanks to Gulbuddin Naib, a very solid performance from him. And out comes the Kiwis. They lost their 2 wickets in consecutive balls in the second over, but उन्होंने अपना जो aggressive approach था वो उसका switch on रखा, and honestly they chased the total in a very convincing way. They never looked in trouble. Wicket fall, but the new batter came like there's no trouble. So apart from the 2 wickets in the second over, they were like always playing at a rate and matching the required rate, so they never looked in trouble. Which was now moving to the next game, which was between Nepal and England, and this has been the best game of this tournament so far. So England came out and they posted a very good total, 184. Jacob Bethel looked very fine. Then Harry Brook has been solid. I think he has been a very solid form recently in white ball format, and he looks to continue that. I think they will look at switching the place between Harry Brook and Tom Benton. He should be playing more balls. Harry Brook, he's keeping his batting order a bit down. He should come at 4, I think. Then I think England also seem to be in trouble that they might not be able to reach to 184, especially when Sam Curran got out. But the cameo from Will Jacks was very crucial to reach to this total. And then the chase begins, and out comes the Nepal's team. And honestly, I did not thought that this is going to be this kind of batting performance. Kushal Bartal played fine, but I think the partnership between Rohit and Dipendra was like uh, it almost took the game away from England. And I think Dipendra Singh Ari had a very fantastic game. He had 44 with the bat, and he also took 2 wickets with the ball. I think, yeah. So that's a very great performance. And then the finishing touch from Lokesh. And honestly, after 19 over in the inning, ऐसा लग रहा था कि नेपाल वो पहली टीम होगी जो इस वर्ल्ड कप में अपसेट करेगी. But very great death bowling by Sam Curran. He bowled, I guess, four Yorkers in that final over, and I think that was very high quality death bowling, which gave England the win. Moving forward to the next game, Sri Lanka versus Ireland. Sri Lanka had a very strange approach, unlike other teams who are very aggressive from the initial and used to capitalize the power play. Sri Lanka was very slow throughout their innings, and apart from Comendu Mendes, I thought no one looked very solid when they tried to attack. But thanks to Comendu Mendes' knock, that Sri Lanka was able to reach to 163 for 6. Then came the Irish, and I think this player named Rose Other, he looked very fine T20 better. He was playing with an aggressive approach. Paul Sterling never looked in touch. There was a partnership between Harry Tector and Lauren Tucker, but once again when the wickets started to fall, they were never in the match. I would like to talk about Vanindu Hasaranga. I mean, he was injured. I think he had some cramps. I think his bowling rhythm was like very slow, very unlike him. He was not completing his follow through, and still he managed to take 3 wickets. So that's appreciable, but also is concerning for the Sri Lankan cricket team. So today we have 3 games. First is between Scotland and Italy. The second is Zimbabwe versus Oman, and the last one, the South Africa versus Canada. So I think Scotland is going to win the first one, Zimbabwe is going to win the second one, and surely South Africa is going to win. So that's my prediction for the upcoming games today. So that's my thought on this T20 World Cup so far. If you have any query or any question and you want me to answer on those or comment on those, I would love to do that.